dizzy.
Indiana State head coach Greg Lansing, coach, opening remarks and then questions.
Just happy with the win. Obviously, they're all difficult to get, and I think Christian put it best after the game, that rather learn from a win than a loss. And a little frustrating game at times. I thought Drake did a great job. Ray's doing a great job there, and they got good players, obviously. And to sweep a team that swept us last year, just happy with that. But I didn't think we played particularly well. Didn't shoot very well, obviously, and the head coach isn't real smart because he kept calling sets to get three-point shots, and we didn't make very many of them. But happy that the guys overcame it, came up with a win after what we went through on Wednesday. Now we got 2 more this week, so it's on a short week. Have to get them some rest and go to Bradley, where we haven't played very well last couple of years, and see if we can't get that one.
Questions?
Greg, when you put what was the winning difference in this game? Because it seemed like you were doing a lot of the things you wanted to do. It's just the shots weren't falling, especially early in the game. But what kind of gave you that notion of?
Well, I thought we got up a lot. You know, a lot of times whether it be 8, 9, you know, even double digits there, and then some things that we've done in the past where we've just kind of started clock watching. You know, we're ahead, it's going to be easy, and not having the quality possessions at either end that we needed to have. I can't think of a bad 3 really at all. I'm sure there was a couple that maybe were a little quick, but for Manny to get some, he was wide open on every one of them but one. We're a better shooting team than that. We haven't done much in practice the last 2 days just because we tried to rest them as much as possible, but we do talk a lot about playing inside out and attacking the paint, as you know, with the drives or the passes and stuff, and I think we need to do that a little more, and those threes that are open later in the clock, go ahead and fire those. I think we shoot them a little too quick sometimes, but I was calling sets for them too, so it's my fault.
Yeah, where do you put the recognition between, you want your shooters to shoot, but you also want them to recognize maybe when it isn't their day? I mean, where does that line kind of come?
Yeah, but you know, and it wasn't Manny's day, but here I am calling sets to get him shots too, and he's supposed to shoot them when he's open. I tell the guys a lot, you know, you look at a team like Wichita, they don't take anything bad early in the possession. They work the basketball, it's inside out, everybody shares it, they get each other good opportunities. We do that, but maybe at times in the grind of the season we're a little quick on the offensive end, and it hurts our defense at times. So that's the big one. In transition, we really want to push it and try to get a quick one. But when the defense is set and it's after a made basket, it's time and score a little bit more. You have to work the basketball a little longer, and we should know that. We should know that, and we do that for the most part.
Until late in the game, you did a pretty good job on Carter. Talk about the defense.
Yeah, I thought we did a real good job on him. Obviously, he really hurt us in the first game there. You can see how quick he is, whether it be in transition or off a ball screen. We tried to switch things up just a little bit throughout the game on how we're guarding it. But there's a lot of things, you know, he with a head of steam, he's really difficult to keep in front, and we were going to try to more. There were guys that you're not trying to help off of because they're such a good 3-point shooting team, but we did a pretty good job on him till got close to the end.
Forced some turnovers, and they had 12, which isn't a huge amount, but they were timely turnovers. Obviously, the one was big, but that seemed to be maybe one difference. I mean, when they seem to get on a bit of a roll, there seemed to be a good rebound or a turnover here and there, a block shot, and kind of get you back.
Yeah, you know, and you say that, and Jake kind of had a bad possession there, forced a bad shot, and DeJuan had a turnover too. So we did a little bit of that ourselves, you know, and 2 teams playing hard, that's going to happen. But we're trying to tell our guys be a little more aggressive at the defensive end, get your hands active, try to kick the ball loose here and there. And I'm not sure how many of them were down the stretch with it, but I thought we did a pretty good job defensively, other than them getting right at the rim there a couple times.
Kitchell, 4 block shots on defense.
I think they were all in the first half too. Were they all in the first half? I'm not sure. Ace, were those all in the first half? Yeah, they were. Yeah, he did. He's probably our best one-on-one defender. Obviously, he's a little bit bigger than both those guys, and he doesn't get pushed around as much. He got out of position a couple times and gave up some baskets, but he's pretty smart for the most part as far as you know, knowing the plan and being able to help and do those things. He's got to get his feet moving a little better, and it was nice to see him catch one on a pick and roll and finish it too. We haven't been doing a very good job of that, but we've worked on it a lot the last couple of days.
Hurt his shoulder looked like there in the second half.
I don't know yet. I haven't talked to Zach, but I think he's okay. I was worried about it. He looked like he was in a lot of pain. He came down on it hard, and Brandon's he's a tough kid and a great kid. We'll have to go in there and ask, but as of right now, I don't know what's wrong with him.
To survive and advance, man, that's kind of what you have. You know, you're going to get games like that, not to excuse some of the things that didn't go well today, but good teams do win games like that. You know, just talk about, you know, kind of survive.
I think you'd look at any good team and you'd go through and they survive on gutting it out, their talent level, you know, just getting by a lot of times, and you know, being where we're at in the league now as a program, teams like to beat us and they get up for us a little bit, so we're going to have to be used to that. But we can't put games like out there like that this month if we want to, you know, if we have some goals towards the end of the season. This is the time of the year where we have to continue to improve, stay focused on what's next for us. All the meanwhile, we're getting better for St. Louis.
You had mentioned the last couple of years you hadn't done well at Bradley. Even here, when you've beaten them, they go through long stretches where it just doesn't look comfortable offensively.
Yeah.
What is it about
They're
them?
a little bit of a tough matchup for us, and some mismatches maybe that they can exploit a little bit better against us than maybe some of the other teams. Gino does a great job. You know, they're very patient on offense. They're one where Lemon, I think, leads the league in steals, so it's a basket if he gets a steal. But then in the half court, they are patient, and they make you have to be patient on the defensive side of things and not fall asleep. And then they'll mix up their defenses. They're packing it in there. They hurt us bad here with how they guarded the ball screen. They're more aggressive than anybody we've played against all year and hedging it. We didn't handle it very good. So we've got some things that we got to work on for it. But Gino's done a good job, and they had a big road win the other day. So we'll have our hands full, but we're looking forward to getting over there and playing better.
Coach, you guys put a lot of emphasis on defense early on in the year. Shot clock violations today, and you see those guys just get pumped up from that. Are they starting to really take pride on the defensive end and kind of turn a corner there?
I hope so, and they should. I mean, you have to rely on that defense if you're 2 for 18 from the 3, that's for sure. And it takes some consistency. I think we are guilty at times. Our transition defense is poor, but it's also because of guys will hang their head after a shot, or we shoot a quick shot and not everybody gets back. When we're locked in, we're set, we do a real good job. We did a great job on Wednesday. We did a good job for the most part today. We're a pretty good defensive team when the guys are all focused and lock in. And the biggest thing for us, I thought the start, we didn't communicate very well. We weren't talking. It was kind of quiet in here. So we got to keep getting better with it, that's for sure. But I think we're doing a much better job at the end. They only got 2 offensive rebounds, you know, and we did a good job Wednesday too. So it's something we've been finally working on a little bit more, is finishing the possessions with a rebound.
How was the team the last few days? You had an emotional loss against Wichita. How did they bounce back maybe in practice, and how did they handle themselves?
I would say they were pretty darn good mentally. I was worried about it. I thought I'd have to be in there cheerleading a little bit. We were real light, but we lifted and did some things Thursday, the day after, and watched the breakdown tape. And when you watch that and you see the plays that you could have made and those types of things, it deflates you again. You know, they went through it Wednesday night, then they see it on tape just how many plays that we could have made that could have got us over the hump. So, and then in practice, we were really light on Friday and Saturday doing things. And again, that's my fault. These guys, they're a hard-working group at all times, and I always try to make sure their legs are fresh, and it hurts what you're doing in your preparation sometime. But they were better than I expected right away. I just wish we'd have played better today.
As you go down the stretch, what's the most important thing to make sure that you are improving and that it doesn't peak now, but you keep rolling along as you head toward that?
It's just a consistency of banging it out and having a bigger goal in mind. You know, towards the end of the year, it's the teams that continue to improve this month, the ones that advance in tournaments and stuff. And I just, you know, I want it so bad for them. I want a great finish to this year so bad for these guys, and our coaches are going to work their tail off and just try to relay the message to the guys, especially, you know, the seniors. You know, every one of these days you don't get back and be the last time wearing an Indiana State uniform. You've already done unbelievable things here in the past 4 years and 2 years, or how long they've been here. But they need to take advantage of every day, and today I put on the board before it, enjoy this time with each other. And you really have to enjoy it because you never know, this may be the best team you're ever on. You're with a tremendous group of guys, so I want them to enjoy it too. And we will. You know, they've done that for the most part, but we just, we'll continue to get better. I think they don't want to have some things happen at the end of the last year, but I think that was more a fatigue factor than anything else.
Anything else, guys? Coach, thank you.